And if it takes you just a little while, open your eyes and just look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't you stop. It will soon be here. Oh, it will be so much better than before. 'Cause yesterday's gone. Stop and think about the things to come. Oh, instead of all the little things you've done. Now, if you think life has been bad to you, just think about what tomorrow will do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Soon be here. Oh, it will be so much better than before. 'Cause yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone.
Hey everybody, it's the top of the hour, but even though we can't let you in, we're still a comedy theater, so we don't start on time. So go ahead and grab yourself a snack, get something to drink, get yourself all comfy cozy. Fling those shoes across the room. Why are you still wearing shoes? You didn't go outside. What are we even doing? Share the link with your friends and family. Get everybody in here. It's almost time for a cry for Yelp, starting in 2.5 minutes. Welcome to the virtual Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for a cry for Yelp. Please welcome to your screen. Stab, hold on. Let me make sure I get her bona fides properly sorted. Welcome to your screen, Stab Comedy Theater's on-staff therapist, Imelda Ayala, PhD, CPLC, LSW, WCW, WWE, RDT.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you so much for that. Really, really warm welcome. As Jesse said, my name is Imelda Ayala, PhD, CPLC, LSW, WCW, WWE, RDT. I am very qualified. I am a therapist, a counselor, a friend. I work with all of Stab's emotional problems, their issues. I like to get to the bottom of the issues, and I'm so excited that Jesse gave me this hour to give you a peek inside of my work here as Stab's on-staff therapist. And so today I have a peek into 3 of my clients, and the way we like to open up dialogue, open up conversation at Stab is to take a look at some of the Yelp reviews that people are leaving. And, you know, there's so much pain. There's always so much to see in these reviews. So I'm really excited to just talk to people about them and just open up and figure out what's going on. So I'm really excited, you guys. We're going to get started really early. I didn't anticipate that we were going to have such a compelling, such an interesting person, such a powerful person for this session. And I'm really excited for you guys to get to see me do work with former governor of New Jersey, Chris Christie. So please add him to the screen, Jesse.
Hello, Doctor.
Hi, Chris. It's so nice to see you again. Now, so we can open up the dialogue and just start up, I just want you to... Can you just read this first review that you left for McDonald's last year? Jesse, if we could put that up on the screen so people can see as well.
Doctor, before I address this, what I wouldn't do to be at a McDonald's right now. I'm in the Morris County Community Hospital.
It's a beautiful ICU hospital. Unit.
It's got the biggest fountain outside of any hospital on the East Coast. It's a New Jersey classic. Mm-hmm. I'm here in the ICU, the intensive cake unit. And when I first came in, my doctor did prescribe me yellow with a polyclonal antibody ganache. Unfortunately, my condition worsened initially. So after that, I was treated with an experimental 80 grams of Remulade.
That's a lot of grams.
Mm-hmm. So I know it sounds like a lot of food, but I am starving. I'll take a look at the review. I'm sorry. You know, I get distracted by my appetite.
We're here to talk about you. You use the time you need. But hurry it up. We need to hear this review.
I remember this one, actually. This guy. So the review reads, can't even get an order right. Then some guy behind the counter wants to run his gums great customer service. I meant every word. I meant it then. I mean it now.
I want to just hear a little bit about the tough guy behind the counter who wants to run his gums. Run his gums. What do you mean by that? What is... Did you mean run his mouth? Flap his gums?
The man in question's name is Nunzio Albright. I have known Nunzio since the 3rd grade in Miss Peterson's class. And Nunzio manages the McDonald's in Hazlitt that I like to go to because it is a rock and roll McDonald's. There is a teal electric guitar that serves as a door handle for the dining entrance. So I go there every Tuesday, and Nunzio knows this.
Okay. All right.
I order a McDouble, a McChicken, a sausage, egg and cheese, McMuffin, just like I do every single Tuesday. No pickles.
No
That's
pickles?
special to my order. I'm the no pickle guy. In fact, when I come in there, the kid who works the counter, he yells, "Hey, that's no pickle dick." And I don't know where the dick thing comes from, but I'm the no pickle guy for sure, yeah.
Dick. You know, do you think they might be calling you a dick?
Is that something you think someone would think about me?
Not necessarily, but the name No Pickle Dick, you wouldn't name someone with the word dick if you didn't think they were a bit of a dick.
It feels like you might think I'm kind of a dick, so I've got one question for you. Is there a bridge near your house?
No, I am in the middle of Utah. Bridges are illegal here. So, no, Mr. Christie, I'm going to have to push back on you a little bit about that.
Well, it's funny that you say this because in that 3rd grade class, Nunzio called me actually no dick.
And how did that make you feel?
It made me feel exactly how it made me feel the day I wrote this review. And the kid behind the counter there got my order wrong. I came in yelling about the pickles. I said, "I'm the pickle guy, I'm the pickle guy, I'm the pickle guy." And Nunzio said, "Oh, it's no dick." And I just went home and got online after that, something like that. If there's not a bridge to block, my go-to move is to get online. Because online, you can say whatever you want. The guy can't do nothing about it, no matter how much he wants to run his gums up and down that treadmill.
That's really brave of you to say. That's really brave of you to really talk about right now. You did end the review saying great customer service. Did you mean that? Cool. Did you mean that?
No. In New Jersey, we have 2 official state languages. The first is Italian, and the second is sarcasm. It's where the weak are killed and eaten. We can sell T-shirts that say that. They fund our schools.
All right. Has this sarcasm been working for you?
It's been making every day a parade.
I think we want to let's talk about something else you've said.
I'm sorry, my nurse just delivered thing for me. And it's actually kind of ironic. It's a cheeseburger with no pickles and no bun because of the rules of this hospital. If the carb's not a cake, you can't have it.
What? Can you put that in front of the camera again? What is...
It's a cheeseburger, no bun.
At the hospital? They're feeding you that at the hospital?
Mm-hmm. It's a holistic medicine thing. The body needs food to fight. You feed a fever, you starve a cold. So I'm being compelled to eat a lot.
Well, I really think you really need to take care of yourself. And if that weird hockey puck you put in your mouth is what you do for self-care, then
This is under a medical doctor's orders.
You're let's talk about let's table that. Let's table that for a minute. I want to talk about another one of the reviews you left. Jesse, if you could put that one up on the screen. There's two reviews on there. If you could read that bottom one first, and then that top one, because it really shows a progression of your relationship with the Woodhouse Hyundai of Omaha.
This place is a freaking joke. Can't even see a headlight out. They talk to you like you have no idea what you're talking about. Take care of the employees and damn the customers. Lots of other places to go. Be warned, the service managers lie like little kids.
Okay. I see a lot of projection in there about lying, like these service managers lying like little kids. What did you mean by lying like little kids?
Oh, like when you're a kid and you just make up a story because of what you've done that you didn't want to tell about. Like you go to the store, you see a piece of candy, you think candy. Your friend builds a nice little bridge across the sand dunes at low tide. And then, he's lining his little construction trucks up, and you put your construction trucks there because he said you couldn't use the bridge, so you block the bridge so no one can use the bridge.
Oh my God. That is... Thank you so much for sharing that with me.
And then you lie about it, of course. You say, oh no, I didn't know that would block the bridge. Forget about it.
But they lied to you at this place?
Yeah. They, like in the Man of Childhood. So I'm in there.
Well, you later updated that. So that happened in November, and then you came back in January. And what did you say in January?
This place is a freaking joke. Can't even see a headlight out. They talk to you like you have no idea what you're talking about. Tried to sell me a tire for a nail in it. Lots of other places to go. The service manager talks about his personal crap. Nobody cares, John.
Now, what I noticed is that you updated this review to remove the service managers lie like little kids, and you replaced it with the service manager talks about his personal crap. Nobody cares, John. How do you what is John to you? How do you know John? Is he just the man at the Hyundai, or I noticed you're clamming up a little bit. Are you okay?
I'm okay. So, John, I should have changed it back, is what I should have done, because he still lies like a little kid. The first time I changed it because after my review, the service department reached back out to me and they said, hey, did you call us fucking liars? And I was like, hey, I said you lie like little kids. And they said, oh, like if a little kid did something that they didn't want people to find out about, so we made up a story. And I was like, exactly that. And the guy actually turned out to be a pretty nice guy. We went bowling 37 times.
37 times.
And from there, I kind of got over the lie. He never said that it didn't happen or that it wasn't a lie, but we pushed through it. Capiche?
Yeah. You know what? And I'm proud of you. I am proud that you were able to overcome everything you had with John.
My burger alarm.
You have an alarm for your burger. It's
under a doctor's orders, a medical doctor.
That you need more burgers, or that
throughout the night to keep my fever down. I gotta eat a bunless cheeseburger every 15, 20 minutes.
Or what? John. You're not John. Chris.
The fever goes back up, and they think it'll boil my brain. Turn into a tiramisu.
Excuse me, chat. I am in a yurt right now, and it is getting very warm. So yeah, I did take off my soothing shawl. I would just like you to be a little more respectful while I am at work. I am a professional. And sometimes it gets hot in my yurt. You know, you can't. I've tried to make it colder with incense, and that actually doesn't work.
I think the fever's coming on. I got real hot real fast.
I see that. I respect that. I respect your right to have your space and to remove a shirt during our therapy sessions if you need to do that.
I think the burger's working. The fever's really spiking with the meat.
The way you're talking about it, it really makes it sound like if they don't give you enough burgers, it's like the speed bus and you'll explode without them.
Are you talking about 1996's Speed starring Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock?
No, I'm talking about the Speed remake. Of course I'm talking about the original Speed.
That is the precise analogy this doctor used with me earlier.
I would really like to, you know, next time we get a chance, I would really like to just, you know, have a little meeting with the rest of your care team, because I'm very suspicious of this burger thing. I just want to let you know that.
Well, the other butter is very dry.
I'm glad we got to talk about John, by the way. I wanted to bring up another review you left, this time at a PetSmart. Do you remember that? Does this ring a bell? The PetSmart?
Apparently, customer service has gone by the wayside. Walked in with a dead fish. I don't know why I buy him here, as almost half die every time. Walked in and waited while Scott walked over and played with a bin of toys. He then rudely told me to go to the fish. I'm, of course, then that they didn't have the one fish I needed, so I got a refund. Scott again rudely gave me my money and said nothing.
What fish did you feel like you needed, Chris? Did you need this fish?
Yeah, I need the fish. I have an exact replica of what would be in the Baltimore Aquarium's coral reef section in my home.
Okay, that's beautiful.
And thank you. I need to have one lion pattern angelfish, and they're very hard to come by. And Scott is the only real regional buyer who can get them. You know,
it does say that you walked in with a dead fish. Did you kill the fish and then bring it back?
You've been talking to Scott?
No. You wrote it on the internet. I don't talk to Scott. I don't know. Who is Scott to you?
Scott is another customer service manager, this time at the PetSmart in question. And he's accused me of murdering fish.
And just returning the fish?
Yeah. He thinks I'm such a clumsy murderer that I would take my victim and just march into the police precinct and say, hello, is there another young person for me to kill here?
Well, to be fair, you did not pick up the young person from the police station and then bring it back. Like it sounds like you do at this point.
Let's change the police station to a college then.
Why would you bring a dead body to the college?
No, I'm saying if I were to get one and then return to the same place where I acquired it, that makes narrative sense.
Yeah. Sounds like you've had a lot of struggles with Scott, and you know, I really look forward to talking about that more with you. It sounds like you have a lot of things you want to work out with Scott and the dead fish, and I completely think that's something that's a long-term thing we're gonna have to work on.
I fucking know you're watching, Scott. I'm not killing the fish. The fish are dying because of something you're doing.
Are you accusing Scott of foul play on the fish?
Yeah, I'd say it's foul. I think he's fucking him.
Okay. Well, we'll have to talk about that later because I am a mandatory reporter. So if someone is murdering fish at the PetSmart and you know about it, I'm going to have to report it. So it
You're
sounds
breaking
like...
up. You're all cracking up in here. Your mouth's doing the thing where it like freezes a little.
How about now?
Nothing.
Nothing? But you can respond to my questions?
Everything's fine. I can't hear you very well. You're breaking up.
Okay. Do you need to go?
Sounds like I'm responding to the questions you're asking me. It's a pure coincidence. By me saying something logical to say to someone who can't hear you.
No. Do we want to talk about your last one?
No.
Okay.
But yes. Okay.
We don't,
you know what? I'm
we
here
don't
to get
have
honest. I'm here to get honest.
We don't have to. We don't always have to go everywhere all the time. I want you to feel safe.
You know what? I'm trusting my medical doctor with this burger thing. I'm going to trust you with the therapy. So whatever I'm to do, I'm going to let you do it.
That shows a lot of growth, and I'm really proud of you for that. So we have one more thing that you posted online I just want to talk about real quick.
It's the same McDonald's. Nothing ever works at this dump. And I used all caps on ever. I tried to communicate that with my voice, but I don't want the impact of what I wrote to be lost on the audience because I am trying to get honest. The ice cream machine is always broken. The system is down tonight, so they can't do anything. Most nights, you wait in the drive-thru for 15 minutes for a 2-minute burger. Update. Advertise being open 24 hours, but they now close at 11. In line at 19 minutes till. Shut the lights off when I finally get up to order. You're so fucking slow, you screw your customers. What a dump.
Wow. You wrote that a year ago, and I just wanted to check on how you were doing since then. That's it. Do you feel like you've grown since that? Do you feel like that McDonald's has grown since that?
I am no longer allowed in the dining area because of events following my previous review. So now I am a second-class citizen. And I have to go through the drive-thru like your moving guys, delivery guys from other places are tired of eating at the place where they work, so they're getting the other kind of meal they can afford on the salary they make.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nurse practitioners, those kind of people. So I have to sit in the fucking drive-thru, and I know Nunzio's back there just taking his fucking time. But
wow.
But you know what? He doesn't call me no dick anymore. I'll tell you that. Not between those last two reviews.
This is a great victory for you, and I have to say, your time is up. No, you're still alive, but have to move on to my next client. But thank you so much. You've grown so much. Really good luck with the hospital. Bye.
Thank you. My fever's going up, so I'm gonna have another one of these.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have another client coming in named Janice Bigglesworth.
Hi. It's so good to have you. It's so good to be here. Actually,
Yeah.
I've been
Hi,
wanting
Janice.
to talk to you for a while about this experience that I had at the pepper mill in Reno.
Can you just tell me about that? Tell me about what happened?
Yes, I can. I have my Yelp review here. I could read it if you, do you want me to read it for
Yes,
everyone?
please.
Okay. So, Peppermill and Rito, 1 star. I checked in for my 11-year anniversary. It was supposed to be special. It turned out to be a nightmare. I should have known when someone called and confirmed the reservation, and they were so rude. First thing, we got oh, sorry, my cat was walking around. It's fine. So first thing, we got a suite that was non-smoking. We showed up and the room was definitely smoking. It was disgusting. And I mean disgusting. There was a dirty toilet. There was tons of hair and grime in the tub. There was sticky stuff on the floor. Horrible view of a roof and stained sheets and bedding. Remind you, this is supposed to be sweet, okay? I ordered champagne and strawberries upon arrival, right? So the champagne and 6 berries were $65. The berries were disgusting and the old champagne was hot. And let me see. Okay, so I did some math here, right? So if you break it down, $65, right? That's 9 berries or 6 berries. They're $9 each.
Okay.
And so that if you add $11 for the champagne, this cheap hot champagne, that's $65. Wow, sad face. That's me with a really angry face. That's how upset I was by this.
So sorry
So
to hear
I'm
that.
not a complainer, and I would have said, "Oh, thank you. It's nice that somebody's finally listening." But yeah, my husband was pissed. So I called the front desk, and they moved us.
Uh-oh. It sounds like we're you losing you a little bit.
Oh,
Could you
okay.
just you're very very still. Okay, it looks like you might have come back.
Am I back?
Yes, you're back. We're really happy to
good,
see you.
good. Okay. So they didn't offer to reimburse the difference at all. But when we asked why, the front desk was so rude and so disrespectful. The walls were paper thin, and I could hear basically everything my neighbor was doing. Understand what I mean? We heard everything.
I do.
But the shower was nice. The pool was fun, and it was clean for the most part. They were heavy on you about masks, which is, it's understandable, given our climate right now. But this time we ordered room service and it was horrific. We ordered drinks by the pool and they were also disgusting. But thankfully we had dinner reservations at the Atlantis, which saved our date night a little bit. Gambling wise, we didn't see anybody winning at the Peppermill, but we did at Atlantis. So we spent a lot and we didn't get a single free drink, which was weird. Expected a free beverage or two, and I'm spending my money somewhere. So I will be going back to Reno. It's one of my favorite places in the world, but obviously giving a different hotel my money. So again, I don't want to be a complainer, but that's just.
And you are, Janice, you are not a complainer. Thank you. Experience sounded clearly like it was the worst thing that's ever happened to anybody. And I've seen a lot of shit as a therapist.
Horrible.
I've heard a lot of shit. I've seen a lot of shit. But sorry, excuse my language, but $65 for berries? I'm so sorry.
For berries and hot champagne. The champagne was hot.
And it was, it's a crime.
It's like my love life right now. The reason we wanted to go on this was because, our love life was a little bit lukewarm anyways, but that was just a slap in the face to have lukewarm champagne, just to remind me of how lukewarm my romance is right now. So that was just, it was painful.
Are things not going well with Carl?
I'll be honest, we've seen better days. I have this new friend that's been coming around once in a while, and I think he pays attention to me sometimes, but
do
I'm
you
trying
think
not to overstep any boundaries?
do you think if you guys were at the Atlantis, your marriage would be better?
You know, I think it might. I think it might, because just that just completely ruined our trip. But you know, the Atlantis, it saved our date night. So much more romantic, probably. You know, with the ocean themed and the mermaids and all the decorations and.
I actually saw that there was a response from your friend, the special friend that we've talked about in a previous session that you just brought up. I'm gonna post a little. There's a note in here from it. Jesse, if you could just put that on the screen. It's a comment from David F. of Peppermill Reno. Saying, "Wow, thank you, Chelsea. Very rude of him to not use your actual name, but thank you."
He kept calling me Chelsea, but I told him my name isn't Chelsea, it's Janice. But I could see how they could, you know, make the comparison.
You know, sometimes special friends take more time. They need more time to learn what your name is. He said, "I'm very sorry for your anniversary celebration with us was not I'm very sorry that your anniversary celebration with us was not a memorable one for you," which it sounds like it was. "I have reached out to you with a private message and look forward to apologizing to you personally for your poor stay." Did you have that conversation? Did he personally apologize to you?
Yeah, we could call it that. I didn't know he was gonna say anything to anybody.
He did post it on the internet. He did. You must have rocked his world.
He didn't post any pictures with it, did he?
No pictures. No pictures.
Oh God. Pictures. Okay. I was just wondering. You know, it's such a beautiful place. I just, you know, I was just curious if there were any photos involved. But yeah, David, such a great guy. Yeah, he is the director of service excellence, and I just have to say that his service was excellent.
Wow, what do you think you're gonna do? Are you gonna? Is David the one?
You know, I think if he keeps up his excellent service, I think I would be willing to be called Chelsea in the future. You know, we'll see if we can make that step. I might make a change. I'm looking forward to changes in my life. That's I'm so happy for you.
I'm happy that there's movement in your life, and I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
I know I just wanted to bring up some other things we had been talking about. I noticed that that you had a trip with some of your friends to the Buffalo Wild Wings, and I saw you wrote a few things. If you could just read the bottom one first. I just want to get a little more insight into what's going on in the life of Janice.
Sure. Okay. I know this is a little embarrassing to be, throwing these out here, for everyone to hear, but it feels good to get it off my chest, So, okay, Buffalo Wild Wings. And this is when I came down to Citrus Heights in California. It says, "This place sucks. Seriously, worst service and worst food ever." I mean, again, I'm not a complainer, but let's be real. I have been here many times due to my friends wanting to watch sports. Every single time that my order was messed up, and every single time my food tasted microwaved. Disgusting. Don't go at all unless you plan on having a beer, or unless all you want to have is a beer.
I just wanted to really. Wow.
I was just saying, if you're going to Buffalo Wild Wings, I don't expect microwave food. I don't expect something, like some slop that's greasy. I expect, a high class experience, like what I find in Reno.
Absolutely. You want an Atlantis level experience. I really wanted to applaud you though, that it sounds like you've made some friends. It sounds like you've made some friends
I sure did.
that want to take you to the Buffalo Wild
Maybe
Wings.
more than one.
Yeah. That's so nice.
It wasn't David this time, but there's so it was great.
That's really great. But then they kept wanting to go to the Buffalo Wild Wings, it looks like.
They did, unfortunately.
So sorry.
Do you want me to share my ongoing experience at Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yes, please.
Do you want to hear about the follow up to that same review?
Yeah. Tell me.
Again, I'm not a complainer, but
You're not.
so
You're not.
1 month later, so I went in February, right? And so then we all, 1 month
We
later.
lost you for a second.
Oh God, it was all. Oh, am I back?
Maybe?
Am I here?
I think so.
Sort of.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Say it again. Have
Yes.
you?
Okay, so have I? What?
Yes, I think so.
Yes. Good. Okay. So second review, 1 month later, right? Worst service I have ever had. Every time I write a review, it gets deleted on here. I hated this place so much. I will continue to write bad reviews because it was that bad. It was really bad because I added a lot of extra A's and T's at the end of that, to really emphasize
bad.
and drive the point home. So never once have they gotten an order right, and I have been in a bunch of time exclamation.
It sounds like we have been getting reports from the chat that your audio is going out. So I know this is such a hard time, and I think you might be so stressed out that your internet is stressing out with you. I've seen this before. It's very, very,
really?
very stressful. Well, yeah, sometimes we as people becomes our energy. And if our energy is not great, if it's really bad, it can affect the people around us. It can affect the animals around us. It can affect the electronics in our life. It can affect the internet. It can affect the weather.
That makes sense. I
Absolutely.
think just when I'm feeling a lot of emotion, it interferes with the electromagnetic frequencies in my house. So I think you're onto something there. Thank you. I didn't think anybody else would understand.
If sometimes our attitudes can be so shitty that our house can fall down, metaphorically and literally. It's something it just might be happening now. I'm wondering if your Wi-Fi is picking up on your vibrations. I hope it gets a little better. I do want to ask about your Buffalo Wild Wings review. You said you were going to keep writing bad reviews? You were going to continue to write them. Have you written any since this last one?
You know what? I think I have. Let me see. I think there's another one in here.
Oh.
Okay.
Here, I'll send you another one.
By that,
We
can
found
you
one.
see me?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, perfect.
Looks like we
Okay,
have
so
one
this
more.
was actually. Oh. Is this? Are you trying to hear about the Baskin Robbins or the horrible time that I had at Buffalo Wild Wings? Do you want to hear about the ice cream or about the Wild Wings?
Let's talk. Let's talk about the ice cream.
The ice. Okay. Again, I'm not a complainer. I don't
You're
like
not.
to complain.
You're not. You're not a complainer.
Thank you. I feel so valid. I'm so glad I could talk to you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Baskin Robbins, 2 stars. They used to have
Oh, no.
scoop to try.
Uh-oh.
Simple.
I think we're gonna have to adjourn and meet in person because you're breaking up.
Okay. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad. It interferes with everything. I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, we'll get through this. We'll meet in person. We'll put 5 masks on. It's really, your health is really important to me, Janice. We will figure this out. But it seems like
Thank you.
the internet is burning down. Absolutely.
It's burning down
so-
with how upset I am over the. But thank you. I appreciate
understand.
it. Thank you, Imelda.
But I will have to adjourn this until next time. And Jesse, could you bring in our other client from the waiting room?
Okay. Namaste.
Bye. Namaste.
Oh, hey. Sorry. Look, you said 214. It's 216 right now. I mean, what the fuck?
It's 9:45, Corvette.
Oh.
We've
I need to get my
time's
clock.
not.
I need to get my clock fixed, all right? I get it.
Yeah.
What's up, Doc?
Good to see you too. It's good to see you too. Now I just wanted to follow up on some of the stuff we were talking about in our last session.
It's pronounced Corvetti.
I'm sorry. I'm really, really bad with names. So thank you for correcting me,
Shouldn't be,
Corvetti.
but all right, yeah.
We all have our strengths. We all have our strengths.
Yeah, mine are all of them.
I love the reassurance that you have in yourself. That's very, it's rare with my clients, and it's very refreshing to see. Very
All right.
refreshing. So can
I'm
you
only here
just,
because the courts told me to, all right? You know that.
it doesn't, I'm only here because I am making hella bank. I understand. We all have our motivations. Can you just take a look and read that last thing I saw you post on?
Last thing I post?
Yeah, I sent one to you. If you
jeez.
could just go over it.
All right, it's a really big one, right?
Yeah,
All right, okay.
you're a man of many words, and I think it's great.
This is the whole reason I'm here, okay, whatever. Worst McDonald's ever. I went last night because I was thirsty, and of course, one word, they shut the smoothie machine off extremely early. Ugh. Then I asked for 2 egg sausages and cheese McMuffins because I had a buy one get one coupon, right? And they charged me for both. Went to the window. I told them they fixed it, but they had a major attitude, kind of like you. I asked to make sure they had the dipping sauce in the bag before I left, and they said yes. So I'm driving with my friend who were in the car home. We began to look at the bag and eat, and there was no sauce, and I had no sausage McMuffin. They had given me a McChicken instead.
Mm-hmm.
Just one. So I
Yeah.
called them, and the manager was all polite and nice, and said she would leave the morning shift my information. I woke extremely early,
Okay.
10 a.m., just to get here and get what I paid for. I drove through the drive-thru. I told the girl my situation. Not a woman, not a lady, a girl. She says, "Oh, this is morning. You need to come back at 9 and deal with them," in an extremely rude way. Sure, I use quotations, but we all know what she meant. Well, I told her that they said they would leave my name for the morning, and she goes, "Well, there is no to deal with them," and I was gonna leave, but I rolled up the window and asked for the manager so I could speak to one. And the manager came out and said, "The manager told me she doesn't know." What? Come on, what is this? What, am I in the fucking Twilight Zone? Anyways, why is it that your staff, McDonald's, doesn't know what's going on? Question. If you did a 2-minute wrap up of what happened or needs to happen, then this would not have happened. Staff needs to stop being rude with customers and get people's orders right. I personally will never go here again, but if you go, and I'm talking to everybody listening and watching, if you go to McDonald's, make sure your order's right, and then they give you a receipt, because I never got a receipt for my McDonald's. Was this review helpful?
It does look like one person found it useful.
That's
So,
right.
I want you to know that, and to really process that there's at least one person that has found you useful, at least.
I mean, look, was I in the wrong? Like, I told them everything. I wasn't wrong. The girl was wrong. The manager, who was a woman, was wrong. All wrong.
I feel I understand. I do want to push back on you saying that you're not wrong on all of it, because
Where is it?
you
Review the
and
evidence.
you asked for
Ugh.
dipping sauce for a
Yeah.
sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin.
They have it. They
What?
have it behind the counter. Why can't I have some?
You don't think it's wrong to dip a breakfast sandwich in a sauce?
I dip all my sandwiches in sauces. What do you do? It's a French dip. Everything's a French dip if you try hard enough.
I will respect that. I will respect that. That
Corvetti does not have time to water his mouth up for sandwiches. I like it liquid and then in and then swallow.
that's and
Corvetti's got time. Doesn't have time for that shit.
did you end up? Do you feel like you found resolution in that situation?
Yeah, because I want to make sure people know to get a receipt. Like, come on.
So you view yourself as like a hero.
I don't
in
want to say
this.
I'm Jesus, but Jesus never had to go through the drive-thru.
That's that is true. That is very wise. How much? This isn't me speaking as a therapist. This is me speaking as a friend. But
Yeah.
how much would that coupon have saved you?
$1, at least $1.50 maybe.
Okay,
I mean,
is me.
Are you including the hot food tax?
Yes.
Then $1.50.
You think the hot food? Okay.
I know what a hot food tax is. It's at least 50 cents, right?
On something that's $1, that is a 50% tax. It seems like a lot. I am no.
Thank you. It does seem like a lot, and that's why I wanted the coupon to get rid of that Egg McMuffin. Just like I want to get rid of everybody that works there. It's stupid.
If you got rid of everyone who works there, how do you think that would?
Robots.
That's actually not that is something that sounds like is going to happen. So
Yeah.
I
Corvetti sees the future, and the future is now.
can't
You can't argue.
I can't argue with
Just
that.
like
It
the
seems
woman, just like the girl I argued at the drive-thru about that note. I bet you that they had my fucking sandwiches back there with a note on it, and they're like going to eat themselves. Ugh.
I want to challenge your thinking that they're out to get your sandwiches for themselves. I just want to push back against that a little bit. I want to challenge your negative thoughts that people are always trying to eat your sandwiches.
Yeah, always eat my sandwiches. Earth is round.
We
don't have time for that again. We have to talk about the sandwiches. Everyone's after my sandwiches. I can't help it. All right. I got delicious sandwiches. I buy the best sandwiches.
I'm really happy that you feel so self-assured.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you either want to change the subject or talk about flat Earth. So I'm going to change the subject.
I don't think I can change the subject when the subject is I'm right, and yeah, I'm right.
Well, let's talk about you being at the Dunkin' Donuts. Tell me.
Oh yeah, this is a classic. All right, and you want to talk about using my words correctly? Here we go. You want me to read it for you?
Yes, please.
All right, it's really tiny. This location is well kept and organized, but there are reasons why I give this location a go me star and nothing more. I go to this location frequently due to convenience, but it no longer worth the headache I get from going to this location. First thing I am. I came today and noticed there is already a sense of urgency in the air. The front cashiers run around to completely orders, and while 3 other staff members are off the clock and yell it up about who's working Saturday. What is that? Who's working? Come on. There is no form of organization at this location. It is clear that the line to wait or even to order in both the drive-thru and the inside is not reasonable at all. The way the employees speak to one another with hostility and foul language is such, I busted my ass. Like, I'm using quotes. This is what I heard somebody say. I'm busting my ass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear that when I'm getting food. Or if someone has a problem with it, then they can come find me. That's aggro, and I don't stand for that. It's clear that these individuals, including their supervisors and managers, is simply there for another dollar as opposed to making experience a smooth sailing one, and that's not the Dunkin' way. Was this review helpful?
I wanted to talk about this one because
understanding the English language is mastery. I know.
It was written beautifully. It was like Faulkner. The whole absolutely. I just busted my ass. If someone has a problem with it, then come find me.
Yeah. I had a problem with it too, because that's what they're saying. I got some candy in my pocket.
Do you feel like this is a little bit of projection? That offends you that they speak like that?
You got a problem with it, you can come find me.
I have. You're on my screen. We're talking about it. I do have a problem with it. I have found you. This is the result. This is what you've asked for.
Let's get it on. You gonna fight or what? You gonna throw fisticuffs?
No.
You gonna rabbit punch me when I'm not looking?
I'm your therapist.
You gonna spit in my donuts? You gonna piss in my coffee? Because that's not the Dunkin' way.
No, I'm not going to do any of those things to you. I am a court-appointed therapist. I'm not going to piss in your Cheerios or whatever you said, or bust your
Don't be disgusting. I don't like the foul language. You just stop it with the foul language.
What makes you uncomfortable about the foul language in the Dunkin' Donuts employees?
They're like young, possibly women, and I just don't appreciate it.
You don't appreciate them being young or women?
Yeah. I think it's pretty clear from the first thing I wrote what this guy's like.
I think we do have to talk about that a little bit. I've seen, and it especially seems like your dislike of young women. There was something else I saw you write.
Wait. I didn't dislike. I just think they just don't know their place. Thank you. Don't.
What place do you think they need to be in?
I mean, I'm just saying, that's not a workman place. It's a workman place, not a workwoman place. Corvetti knows.
Corvetti, who refers to it as a workman place?
I do, Corvetti.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the Starbucks, because you seemed you've seemed really rattled about the Starbucks.
Well, that's not my fault. That's their fault. They're rattled. Where is it? I don't have it. No, wait, there it is. Oh, yeah, okay.
I think you'll remember it.
I remember this. All right, I took pictures too. That's my hand in there. The baristas are so focused on talking to each other, talking to each other again, that they can't even properly make my drinks. They didn't shake any of my items, and my green tea latte was a mochata lemonade.
I'm sorry.
What? I got a mochata lemonade. That's not right. I didn't order that. I ordered a green tea latte. And you can look at the picture. Clearly it says pink drink. You got to like focus in. And then I went to location, because I always go location.
Yeah.
And did a mobile order. Not only did I get one of my orders wrong, but it looks like the almond milk is spoiled. Okay, what is this?
It sounds like the almond, yes, that, but I want to push back on the shaking. Like, could you have shaken your own tea in that situation?
No, that is the job I paid them to do for me. I don't pay them to talk. I pay them to shake a drink and to remember that I didn't want a mochata lemonade.
It says you wanted a green latte.
I wanted a green tea latte.
And they made up a new drink called the mochata limonada.
That's right.
Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, it's making me laugh now that it's a funny name. When I say it's not funny, but when you say it, makes me laugh a little bit.
I understand that could be really frustrating for you.
Yeah.
But there are some
I wasn't
times
done with that water yet.
when, sure, I mean, I'm surprised you drank it considering no one has shaken it for you.
It's not I know, I didn't pay. Okay, hang on. Look, when I go into a restaurant or a Dunkin' Donuts or whatever the first place was, I think it was McDonald's, I pay you to serve me. That is the pay. And if it says, like you shake the drink, by the way, my fingernails are so long in that picture, and that's because I don't cut my nails.
Thank you for sharing that with me. It was really brave.
I let nature cut my nails. When they break off, it's when it's over. I let them just go. Corvetti knows. That's the future. Anyways, I pay you to shake my drinks. I don't shake them for me. And I don't shake anything. I got this water with my own. I'll get my own water right now. Get my own water right now.
Is he leaving the session? Did he just...
You hear that? I'm getting water. Okay. All right. You got me all worked up.
Okay, I'm glad. Sometimes we do need to get worked up in order to figure out what's going on. You gotta get worked up to get worked down.
I don't want to go into a place and have people talk. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear them talking with their friends. Work is for work. And my dad told me that. My dad said work is where you go to work and you don't make friends. You go to school and you don't make friends. I wanted a Corvette and I got a child instead. That's what Dad said.
That is so... I feel like we're really, really breaking through. It's been... And good thing we did, because our time is up. You hold that thought for until the next time that we meet up. I'm not getting paid for these hours, so I will have to ask you to log off. And Jesse, can we mute him? Can we mute him? It's time to. It's time. I think it's time for the end of the. Thank you. Folks, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found as much healing and love in this hour as I have. I really appreciate you coming to these sessions and learning as much as you can. And I look forward to the next time we meet.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Imelda. I believe we had a lot of breakthroughs here this evening. I believe we learned a lot about the fluctuation in yurt temperatures and prescription burgers and a great many things here tonight in the Stab Comedy Theater's first edition of Cry for Yelp. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm just absorbing it all myself. We'll see you all tomorrow. Oh boy, it's going to be a thing. Tomorrow, we're going to preempt Happy Time Arcade. There'll be no 1 o'clock Happy Time Arcade because I'm going to be setting up a live remote for the Suzette Vanetti show. We'll be coming live from Badlands. So that's going to be an interesting thing for me to put together. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us again one more time for everyone that was helped today. And thank you, Alyssa, for bringing the show in here. Let's see. Is there somewhere that I can send you guys to end the evening? Let's see if the Pack Theater still doesn't let people raid them. 1 second. We'll try that. Nope. Okay. How about Torch Theater? No, if they're just playing Among Us, we're going to send you over to Danatage. So check us out tomorrow at 5 for the Suzette Vanetti show, coming to you live from Badlands. That's going to be a lot of fun. Until then, go check out and hang out with our friend Danatage, playing some of that Phasmophobia. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Josie.
Anybody else? We got 3 on there. Anybody else hopping on this raid? All right, I'll just send it over. See you tomorrow.